P2B should be charged to court. So that let him go and spend 2 years in prison. Hatred against the president. You said the president want to kill you, that you don't know whether you'll be alive. Is that not inciting or making people to hate Mr. President? That why would president want to kill this man? That is what you call that. I mean, and in the section 416 to 422 of the penal code, when you commit an offense, you have to just go and answer.
P2B should be charged to court. Let him go and spend 2 years in the prison. Why is Arabambi's prick rising? Anytime they mention P2B, this man will just be running his mouth. However, let us call a spade a spade. This is the statement from P2B that is generating all these, controversies on the internet that led to the Minister of Aviation, Mr. Festus Kayamo, to publishing half CCTV footage and so on and so forth. At the end of this video, let us understand if what P2B is saying is actually correct. Because what P2B said, P2B never even claimed that he parked at the right place. He said he was singled out, like only his car was singled out among the whole cars parked there. He didn't say that, oh, they park in the right direction. What P2B is saying, if you have ever taken your cars to any airport at all, in so many times you will find it difficult to even park it in a space designated for vehicles that is coming to the airport. Why? Because it will be filled up. Especially so many airports that have not been able to provide parking space that is commensurate with the capacity of the arrivals and the people who are departing. If, for example, the capacity of Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport now in Abuja, if the capacity is 50,000 individuals every day, people who are passing through the airport, then the car parking lot should be up to 25,000, half of the capacity of the airport. That is what should be done. But unfortunately, most airports don't meet up. So because of that, if you come, sometimes you park in a place where you know you are even going to pay either 25,000 or all those things. But in this case, P2B is saying that where I parked, others parked. He didn't say that this place is a right place that they are supposed to park, but that is only place they have space. However, P2B is not saying that either he parked in a right place or wrong place. He's saying that they single-handedly, change his car and they leave others, but they are parking the same space. And he was trying to explain to people that the opposition are targeting him, just singling him out in so many things. So that is not only thing he says. So I want people to understand that this tension that is just rising among the APC people, it proves that what P2B said is totally correct. So I want us to understand this better.
I had a case recently at the airport, where people who work in the airport came and locked my car. And I said, it's me. The person on the side said, he doesn't care. But I said, look at the cars of other people. And you could see them talking to each other, as if, who is this one? We have divided the country, breeding hatred among us. That's why I keep saying, I want to bring back unity where there's division. I want to show love, compassion, care. It's gone out of here. I said, I'm looking at somebody. He locked my car in front of me. And saying, you're not supposed to park here. But there's cars here. So what is the exception to my own? Through the Anansi people I know at the airport, they will not greet me. Because they are fearing that if they greet me,
they become targets of the government.
Thank you. And I have people send me invitation and say, my son, my daughter is wedding, but please don't come. Yes. Children.
All I understand from this video is that P2B is a project in the hands of APC, other data boys, or even any one of them, including ministers, including presidential spokesperson, including president himself. P2B is a project that once you are able to take P2B, be taking him, be talking with him, you will have your reward. You remember what Reno Mokri did now. Reno Mokri was like someone they gave the assignment, he was throwing P2B. At the end, he was rewarded. Ever since they rewarded him, do you see him doing that always again? No. Do you see anybody talking about Reno Mokri? It's like someone who have just gone. Everybody forgot him. Like nobody is even remembering him. His influence is just going. You understand? So when people are picking up fight with P2B, when nothing concerns them, like Arabambi, nothing concerns him. He's not supposed to put much in this case. Okay? The Minister of Aviation responded, and he responded in a manner to just prove to his party that yes, I have something I can use against Obi. But it's all bullshit. Obi did not say that I parked at the right place. It's a different concept entirely. The concept of where you parked is a different concept entirely. So what the Minister of Aviation is doing is where you park is the wrong place. But that is not Obi's concept. When you are watching video, you should always focus on the concept. What P2B is saying is that among cars parked there, they chain only my car. And the CCTV footage proved that they chain only his car. So this is what we are talking about, not where he parked. Because he was trying to establish a case against Tinubu's administration or APC to say that they are targeting all the opposition top figures, including himself. That they are targeting him directly. So that was what P2B meant. This is not trying to defend him, but I think there are other ways to do things. Not just coming out because it is P2B. And look at Arabambi. Arabambi is just very active, trying to show them that yes, the assignment you people gave me, I'm doing it too. I'm doing it. Let me take P2B. He should go to prison. Nigeria.
P2B should be charged to court. So that let him go and spend 2 years in prison. Hatred against the president. You said the president want to kill you, that you don't know whether you'll be alive. Is that not inciting or making people to hate Mr. President? That why would president want to kill this man? That is what you call that. I mean, and in the section 416 to 422 of the penal code, when you commit an offense, you have to just go and answer it. Nobody should think Obi is larger than life. No, he's just the husband of Margaret Peter Obi. That is all. Obi should stop, playing the victim. Don't say your business. He said all factually the business is affected. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. As he saw that woman with Bailegushi, where they went to donate some school material, food, and the rest like that. So don't say nobody is running after your business. No, nobody runs after your business. Coming with something I will call unethical demand. You just want people to support you based on most of these Atlantis allegations against the sitting president. There was an infraction. He didn't know there was a camera there. There was an infraction committed. It wasn't just this week. But when he's sleeping interview, what did he say? He doesn't even know whether he's live. He will be alive to 27. What was he saying? They asked him. He said there's an incident. They clapped his tire. The person came out. He called the person, said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm Peter Obi." He said, "And so what?" That was what infuriated the honorable minister. He asked that, you see, you don't bring people down for you to succeed. No. Because the law of karma is very real. Whoever disorder in order to succeed will definitely have distortion and waiting at the post of resources. You don't just begin to manipulate people, sentiment. You just want to cause insurrection. You are just trying to incite people. What is that is sedition. The offense committed is sedition. Because when you are trying to say something that people will now say, this is what they want to kill this man, and people will now, trying to change that government by force. You have committed a crime. I think the man should know he should be guided. Now, they have sent the CCTV to him. Now he has kept quiet because he didn't know even there were camera there. A sensible Nigerian would have known that all those poles at the airport, you have a camera there. Now, they recorded him and they now sent to the other minister who has sent it to his phone. Oh yeah, he should come out now to come and tell Nigeria. And he said, please, you have to pay 25,000 fine. Then you tender an apology because do not be deceived. Obi maligned the name of that person. He said he told him, I am Peter Obi, the person didn't listen. Whereas they allowed him to go. There was no issue until when he now brought it out on that podcast that he is not sure. All his business. Imagine Peter Obi asking a policeman to drive him. He should have a driver. That is also an insult from the Nigerian police force. But you lied to Nigeria simply because you are just looking for a way to make sure you will see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He should wait to 2027. Nobody is saying he should not run. In the abode of a political party that he find himself. Nobody says he should not run. But go and let people know what exactly is your mission for Nigeria. It is not that when they ask you questions, you say China will go back to China. Instead of the Chinese will go back to China. That is not the kind of narrative that we are looking for in Nigeria. And the greater problem of foreign exchange is foreign exchange itself. You see, people should not just be telling us, speaking from two sides of the mouth. Come and tell Nigeria what exactly do you want to offer them. So for him, to have sent a wrong narrative, I think the honorable minister has the right to clear the air. Because before you know what is happening, the heat will be on him that, oh, he was the one that sent them. But the only minister has come out very clear that, oh, you are the one that caused infraction, and he has been released to go. You know, it's okay. Now that you have come, into the public discourse to deliberately attempt, to cause insurrection, to make people to hate the president, to cause disaffection, condolences to bring, to cause breach of peace. It's okay, no problem. This is the footage of what happened. Check it on your phone, but you have to tender an apology. Yeah, I don't think it's too much. You apologize to the staff. They are all of them are under NFC. Then go and pay the 25,000 naira fine. I think that's about that. But if he doesn't pay, he should be charged to court. That's my own. He should be charged. He's not above the law. Peter should be charged to court. So that let him go and spend 2 years in prison.
Just like Kwan tender an apology.
Yeah, Kwan tender an apology. Even the lady, the other young lady, apologizes. What is the big deal there? You don't begin to form to order. You are bigger. A former governor in Anambra, and so every one of us former governor in our state now. It's not only Anambra that has former governor. I have on this my phone. I know I see I have over telephone number of 40 governors. So many former governors. So what is the big deal that I've been a former governor? What did you produce? You only try to manufacture beer. People will get drunk and they'll be killing people in the name of IPOP. Is that an achievement that you want to tell them that you're a former governor? Your bank is performing very well, over 400 billion. Look at the MD of that bank. She's doing wonderful even in the area of education. The MD of Fidelity Bank. The woman is performing wonder in the area of education. So we should stop, playing the victim. Don't say your business. You say all virtually business is affected. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. As you saw that woman with Balekushi, where they went to donate some school material, food, and the rest like that. So don't say nobody is running after your business. No, nobody runs after your business. You are the one that is the problem. By yourself. The staff of Fidelity Bank, they are doing wonderfully well. The MD, in fact, she's very, very extraordinary. I will not lie to you. That woman, all over schools, even in Ogun State, in Lagos, in Oyo, she goes there to go and donate, school material, bag, books, computer, to people. So don't say anybody. They want to run down your business. Nobody is running down your business. But Obi is a man who wants to use political consideration to make sure you remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or to create an atmosphere for hatred against the president through external influence, and that is what we call sedition. And he carry a maximum punishment of 2 years. So if he's found guilty, he should go and spend 2 years in prison.
Is that the driver inside? Okay.
Let me read what sedition means. No. See, sedition, as far as we are concerned, it's a criminal offense under the criminal code, section 50 and section 51. They said it punishes spoken words, written or publication that incite disaffection, hatred against the president. You said the president want to kill you, that you don't know whether you'll be alive. Is that not inciting or making people to hate Mr. President? That why would president want to kill this man? That is what you call that. And in the section 416 to 422 of the penal code, when you commit an offense, you have to just go and answer it. Nobody should think Obi is larger than life. No, he's just the husband of Margaret Peter Obi. That is all. And father to 2 of his children. No problem that. He's not above anybody. You shouldn't think, oh, I'm larger than life, I'm bigger than life. No. You don't malign the name, the office of the Honorable Minister of Aviation, and you think Professor Kiamu will allow you to just go like that. They didn't talk until when he now brought out the matter that I don't even know whether I'll be alive to 2027. And what is the only significant infraction he spoke about is about the other airport. Imagine they climb my vehicle, everything they are doing is against him. They are affecting his business, and that's why I say no, nobody doing anything to his business. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm still saying it. Fidelity Bank MD performing wonder. As far as I'm concerned, I know the number of states that they have donated items, but Obi should go and face. He shouldn't bring such things. The other shareholder, he shouldn't be making allusion to that to business that federal government is trying to do something to business. It shouldn't be. He should just go and answer his own issue. He should go and face the government. Like I said, he was out to do 3 things: pay fine and apologize under 7 days. And the other minister said if he doesn't, they have the footage. They said they will, the law will have to take its course. So that means it will be arranged. Do not forget. Former governor Ahmed Tinubu was not arranged in this country by the code of conduct.
Yes.
All of you have forgotten. Was it not arranged? Is it today not, a president of Nigeria? Nobody is bigger, as far as I'm concerned. You are not bigger than the constitution of Nigeria. Everybody, we are under the constitution. It is there. That the constitution control of us, whether you are the president, you are governor, you are anything, you are that, all of us are under the constitution of the federal government of Nigeria. You are not above it. Section 1 of the constitution, 2 and sub 3 is clearly defining that this constitution is the ground up of every other one. That is the most superior to any other act, or any other act already. Our constitution is the final. So once there is an infraction, let him go and face the music. And like I said, they ask him to apologize, to pay the fine, and if he doesn't, let him face the music in line with the constitution of Nigeria. 2 years is not too big for him. It's just 2 years now. So he will go and come back and learn his lesson.
I need his eye, let him die there.